How's it going, everybody? This is Guy in the Backseat from Games. Here with the second installment of the 5 archetypes of Return of the Duelist overview. We've already been over Prophecy. If you want to check that out, you can check out the Prophecy video that we have on our channel. The next set to go over is the Heroics. The Heroic deck type is kind of like a very cool, old-school beat-down style with new modern tricks. Back in the day, Warrior Toolbox was like the deck for the longest time. It was Warrior Toolbox versus Chaos, and that was about it. Warrior Toolbox all 1-for-1s. Chaos kind of broke the meta, and then Yu-Gi-Oh had to bounce back from the brink of almost everybody quitting at one time. So this deck, seeing how it plays and seeing how it works, actually impresses me because Yu-Gi-Oh is actually kind of going back to an old school method with not necessarily crazy broken effects, but still broken enough to want the deck to be playable. So anyway, so we're going to go over the 4 monsters, the 1 Exceed, the 1 Spell, and the 1 Trap. Unlike Prophecies, this set actually got a trap card, but that's okay. Trust me, this set kind of centers around traps later in Abyss Rising. So we'll start with Heroic Challenger Double Lance. He's a level 4. All of them are warrior type monsters. All of them, to my knowledge, except for one of the warriors. Yeah, they're all level 4 except except for one level 6. They're all earth type and they're all warrior. So we have a Double Lance. He's a 1700-900 warrior. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 Heroic Champion or Heroic Challenger Double Lance from your hand or graveyard in face-up defense position. It cannot be used as a synchro material monster, and if it's used as an Exceed material, except for warriors. So you can only make warrior exceeds with it. You can only make level 4 warrior exceeds unless you find a way to mod his level. And he has the power to special summon another monster when he hits the table. So he could be a +1, which is a really big deal nowadays because, I mean, if you summon him, you special summon from hand or graveyard, and then you go Excalibur or Utopia or I don't know the other warrior exceeds, but you get my point. Very cool, very nice little like quick normal special boom boom, got my exceed, I'm happy. Very good in my opinion. Heroic Challenger Spartus says 1600 1000, says once a turn when your opponent's monster declares an attack, so it has to be the opponent declaring the attack. You can target one other heroic monster you control. Until the end phase, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. So he's a built-in covering fire on monster, which is really cool because as long as he has something else of his own archetype on the field, he can become a giant wall. If you Call of the Haunted, I don't know exactly. Yeah, you can't call the Haunted during damage step, which would be really cool, but you can call the Haunted back a monster and basically bar the opponent from wanting to attack you. Because you can normal one of these, have one in grave, set call, end your turn. The opponent goes to declare battle, activate call, bring back one of these. Now they have to have 3200 attack points to be able to hit either one of your monsters without dying. Pretty good. They're very cool. Built-in covering fire on a monster. Haven't seen that before, so really happy that Konami made this. Then you got Heroic Challenger Sword Shield. Awesome with the alleged combo that I just brought up with the last card. During either player's turn, if you control a heroic monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. And this turn you take no battle damage, and heroic monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So the first effect listed after you pitch him says Wabaku, no battle damage that you take for the whole turn. That's really awesome. You can activate it. You can activate this effect right when the opponent goes to swing for game to OTK. Really cool against like any crazy OTK where they can just smash you like dragons. You can just pitch this when you have a heroic on the field right before they do it. You can pitch this. I think you can do it mid-chain, but I'm not sure. There aren't really any TCG rulings for these cards yet, but the point is, you have a heroic, you see the opponent's about to explode, you can pitch this, and it's kind of like when Max C used to get pitched against plants. The opponent isn't sure if they want to just keep going with their OTK, wait a turn. It's a really fickle thing to just stop all battle damage, because even if the opponent can manage to get rid of your heroic, you still don't take battle damage, and the heroic plus can't be destroyed, so that's even better. Can be destroyed by battle. So that's like a twofer on one card that you can pitch. And also he's a 2K wall if you need him to be in your hand. So that's even better. I see lots of potential between these three monsters alone. But then we get into their boss monster, which is Heroic Challenger Warhammer. He's a level 6, unlike the other three that are level 4, and he's a 2100, 1300. So he's a 1 tribute for 21, which is really bad in the meta game right now. Like, unless you're gonna heretic pop off the whole field trick with Sue, you're not gonna be tributing for a 2100, 2200 monster. So what does he do? He's relinquished if he kills something. If this card destroys an opponent's monster in battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can equip the destroyed monster to this card. You can equip only one monster at a time with this effect, and it gains attack equal to the attack of the monster equal to this effect. So basically, if your opponent is wreaking havoc with a 1900 monster, like, I don't know, Doomcal, I don't know, we'll just say Doomcal because he's annoying. You can bring this guy out, smash Doomcal, and his attack goes up to 4000 forever while he's equipping the Doomcal. Which, granted, he doesn't have the, don't send it to graveyard auto equip, which would be way more broken because you could just smash Sangan and laugh forever. But point with this is Warhammer he's really good, but he's probably not going to see as much play as these three. You're definitely going to play trip, trip, trip of these and one maybe of this in the heroic build that'll come out. But either way, Heroic Challenger Warhammer, really solid, able to smash and grab. Just straight utter beatdown. I mean, the monster just gets stronger and smashes stuff. And if the opponent heavy storms, he can do it again. Or you MST it. Just MST during the battle phase and take their monster too. It's really cool. Like, I could see this going up. Like, for some reason, I've just pictured this guy on the field. The opponent summons Rabbit. You Veiler and laugh. They can't go into their crazy tricks. They set a few cards and end. You Heavy Storm, blow up their field, attack Rabbit, take the Rabbit and equip it. Now the opponent doesn't have it engraved or out of play, and they're screwed. I really like to see that happen. He may only be a 2500 for level 6 then, but still they don't have the Rabbit. And it's the same concept as Mind Control, take their Sangan, exceed with it, because now they don't get Sangan ever, and it makes them cry. They have two spell and trap cards, one each. Heroic Chance. I don't know what Konami thought when they made this card, but I love it. It says you target a heroic monster you control, and this turn its attack is doubled and cannot attack your opponent directly. You can only activate one heroic chance a turn. So if you put that into perspective with this guy, or this guy, you have 3400, 20 or 3200, well, 0, that doesn't really count, and 4200 attack points that can just smash things. Granted, we are in heavy back row where we have D prisons and all types of wonderful stuff that can make this card a neg one, but it's a beautiful limiter removal that doesn't kill your monster, which is really cool. Warriors have never had a limiter removal, so to be able to pump and not blow up all your monsters at the end phase is really awesome. Maybe in an OTK, but like I said, we're in a fader format. We're in a, fader can't work in the situation, but you get what I mean. We're in a format where you don't really get to smash monsters easily. But then you also have Heroic Revenge Sword. Now this trap card has a lot of text on it, and it's kind of silly how it's laid out, but pretty much it says target one heroic monster you control, equip this card to that target. Both players take all battle damage that would have been taken from a battle involving the equipped monster. After damage calculation, if the equipped monster battled another monster, destroy the opponent's monster at battle. Okay, first trick. You equip it when your monster declares the attack, not during the damage step. If you ram into something bigger than you, like let's say, I don't know, Destiny Hero Defender, with, we'll say, Spartus, you're going to take a wallop of 1100 damage, but your opponent will take it too. Furthermore, you get to smash whatever you ran into that was bigger than you. It's kind of one of those really interesting trap equips that we don't really see often. Kunai with chain, people? Anybody got it? Really interesting. Don't see it I haven't seen it broke yet, but I can see it could be. Last but not least, we have our cover card, Heroic Champion Excalibur. This guy has been rumored to be a potential um, OTK. 4,000 attack points is a lot of attack points to deal with. He's a rank 4 light. He's the only light heroic, by the way. Even in the next set, he's the only light heroic. 2,000, 2,000, rank 4, 2 level 4 warriors. You can detach 2 materials and make his attack doubled until the end phase. 2,000 is a bunch. Like, that's a lot of attack points out the gate, but it's not crazy. But to be able to make him a 4K makes him scary, and to be able to go rabbit into 2 level 4 warrior monsters and then make this guy is where people are kind of getting scared. He's really big on the first turn to deal with 4,000 attack points. To megamorph him afterward makes him crazy strong too. It's like there's a lot of OTK potential. People are saying, you can attack with him, negate with Utopia, activate double up chance, make him 8,000, and smash for game. Like, there's a lot of 2,000 times 2, 4,000 times 2 more, that's 8. And 8 is all your life points. So find your tricks and have fun with him, because he's a pretty big monster. He is the cover card for a reason, but I don't see him being mained as a primary thing, because there are other warriors that are better, like Utopia. So anyway, as I said before, this is the review of the Heroic Archetype for the next set, which is Return of the Duelist. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And please comment, rate, and subscribe. We'll be going over Gear Gaia next. And have a nice day.